Hello, Guilders, and welcome in to the show.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hello.
Yes, welcome into episode 2 of Dungeon of the Mad Mage, Halaster's game, Hunting Harria. Thank you so much for everybody in the chat for the support so far at the beginning of the stream. Exclamation point Streamloots as well to be taken to the Streamloots website where if you pick up packs, you can affect the game and cause chaos, as well as helping and hindering the players. It's a lot of fun, and all that gets split equally amongst everybody if you're feeling that generous. But thank you so much for the subscriptions and the biddies. It's all super duper appreciated and goes to funding the magic. Without further ado, though, we're going to go ahead and dive on in. Let's go around and have my lovely players introduce themselves and their characters. Gobloidus, why don't you take it away?
Hello, this is Goldmoon. She, her pronouns. I'm playing Gobloidus. He goes by he, him pronouns. And Gobloidus is a goblin who lives in the sewers of Waterdeep. And he has a pet cranium rat named Wrinkle. And he just loves trash, loves getting dirty and exploration. And he's very excited about the dungeon.
Beautiful. Next, SeshCast, aka Hex.
Hi, I'm TheSeshCast. I will be playing Hex Starchild. He likes to change around sometimes. He is in this dungeon searching for his twin brother who was separated at birth by hags. He must find them so that they will regain their life before being spirited away by the Fae.
Incredible. Just taking a real quick note of that. Just writing that down. Perfect. Next,
Twin brother that definitely isn't Hex. You're gonna put that little asterisk in there.
Sure, that one's not Hex for sure.
That one's definitely not Hex.
Also, don't forget the child he's looking for. He's still looking for
They're both
his missing child, but right now he's focusing on his twin brother.
Incredible. Okay, quick note. All right, perfect. Next, MishroomSoup playing Higher Vessel Melkiel.
Hey, it's MishroomSoup. I will go by he, her, he, him, she, her pronoun. It's whatever. It's fine. I'm good with it. I'm playing Melkiel. He goes by he, him pronouns. He is a cleric for the god Idur, and he is oh my god, I have like the worst brain fart right now. But his god is of animal husbandry, and he has very dairy inclined magic, which is very fun.
Beautiful. And last but certainly not least, Werewolf playing Henrietta.
Hello, my name is Werewolf. I use they them pronouns, and tonight I am playing Henrietta Alumax, the last of her line. Yes, sorry. She uses she, her pronouns, and she is a monk and wizard multi-class. And she is adventuring tonight to make a name for herself.
Beautiful. Excellent. And before we dive into the game proper, I do want to mention just the Streamloots thing one last time. If you're feeling generous and want to support the cast, all that is going to get split amongst the various cast members. And if everybody's generosity pushes us past that 60 pack limit that you're seeing in the center of the screen, then a bonus round is going to start, and that's when the fun is really going to begin. So without further ado, Mish, would you like to, we had talked about a little bit before behind the scenes, but did you want to do the recap this week for inspiration?
I don't recall any of this, but I mean, I guess if I have to. I'm just kidding. So yeah, the group, we are all at the tavern before it goes into Undermountain. We, after some faffing about and having fun and talking to people and getting some stuff taken care of, we have dubbed ourselves the Cheese Lovers, which we seamlessly picked instantly. There was no delay on any of that. We knew immediately who we were going to be. We also discovered that all of us had received letters from the Mad Mage. There hasn't been a group like that since about 5 years ago, the Cattywampus Shack. We got down there and immediately ran into a little bit of trouble. Well, not so much trouble, but we made some discoveries. We found a hidden passage. I'm trying to make this as short as possible. But we went through the hidden passageways underneath in the dungeon, and we saw some. Gobloidus touched one of the shields that was directly in the cavern below, and they all went clattering down. It said, "Behind the pillars, the Mad Mage waits, peering from behind those arcane gates, ever searching for the one of worth and burying all else in tepid earth. Welcome to the show," in big flashing neon lights that were definitely down there. We also ran into some theater children that were vampires, except they're not vampires. They're just theater kids with fangs and emotions. After whooping, can I say ass? Is that allowed?
Yeah, you could swear.
Okay, after whooping ass, then we spoke to Octarl, and I'm surprised we didn't roast him for his name. And he's like, "Yeah, Harria, she's full of shit. I'm sick of following her. Let's kill her." And we said, "Okay."
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And y'all had the lovely tiny hut that had been cast by Hex, and I believe you were taking a short rest, right?
Was it a short rest or a long rest? I can't recall.
I believe it was a short rest. But if y'all want to take a long rest, it lasts 8 hours.
How are we
Yeah, why
feeling?
not? I mean, why not, you know?
I got my ass kicked really hard in the
You
last fight.
you sure did.
Oh, well, rest up then.
Cool.
Okay, yeah. So y'all decide to take this time to camp out a little bit, and just like take advantage of the hut. Let me just roll some stuff real quick.
Oh, good.
Hopefully, Octaro is
biggie.
keeping us safe, for sure.
Yeah, you know, that's his name, Octarl, the watchful, the perceptive.
And not the new piss boy.
Well,
Not the
listen.
new piss boy.
He's the OG piss boy.
Kinda, yeah.
So the night passes pretty uneventfully. Octarl will go and clean the muck up and the blood, the body, so he'll dispose of them accordingly. And he before returning and if allowed, will venture back into the tiny hut.
Yeah, he can come on in here. He's okay.
Is he, though?
I mean, we could kill him if you want to.
Just set him outside.
I'm okay with him being in here. He's not an actual vampire. He's just a guy.
True.
And what about the fake Octarl? What about the other one? Because you currently have 2 prisoners.
That's true, but the other one, he seems okay too, right? Well, he's tied up, so he's still okay. He can. I'll pull him inside.
Okay, so yeah, so y'all rest for this 8-hour time span, and even with the bandits in there, you recognize like there's like a little bit of an uneasy truce going on. Gobloidus is sleeping right next to his weapon, keeping an eye on it in case it bursts into its warning glow. But the night passes uneventfully, and as the morning is happening. Hex, you have like a little bit like of a strange dream. You're kind of what does Hex dream of normally? First off,
I mean, who would be sleeping next to Hex?
I can say Mel.
All right, what does Mel usually dream of?
Oh, God damn it. Um, you know what? He dreams about before he settled down in doing more missionary work for Itter. He traveled much more. He saw a lot of stuff that, you know, it follows him, and maybe it was a little about helping people in those traumatic conditions. So, yeah, he's
All right,
sleeping peacefully next to you with trauma dream.
every single person that is being helped is just Hex.
God damn it.
It's just Hex being helped repeatedly by Melkiel.
So yeah, so Hex, you're like being treated by Melkiel in the dream, and the the healing that Melkiel is providing is excellent naturally, right? And like you're having your arm bandaged, and you go through a shift like you would expect from a dream, right? Where you are suddenly like you're in a different place and you feel like hot lights beaming down on you. Like your brow is instantly like beaded with sweat from the heat of these bright lights. And it's kind of like a like stage lighting a little bit, which you're also quite familiar with, and you can't really see out past them. You're seated in like a comfortable chair, and as like you're trying to like look around, the brightness is just overwhelming, and but you do make out there is like a figure seated in another chair kind of opposing you. And as you are kind of like sitting down in the chair, the other person goes, welcome in. I see your episode is just about to get started. Before we do so, we'd like to do a little interview with the current contestant. Tell us your name and a little bit about yourself.
Oh yeah. So after seeing he's in a chair and seeing these lights, and very quickly, like after hearing this interview, his entire like outfit, which is already very fancy, gets fancier. It's like pure gold and shiny and everything. And his hair is now like slicked back. And he's like, yes, I knew this was coming. Hello, I am Hex Starchild. And and you are?
Oh, I'm the interviewer, of course. Like the person that stands off to the side and goes, "Oh, I can't believe that they did that," and "Oh, wow, could you? Oh, what a betrayal!" That kind of person. But yes, but I'm much more interested in hearing about yourself. Tell me, what brings you to the dungeon?
Yes, I am on the search for my twin brother. He was spirited away by hags when we were just boys, and I must find him.
Oh, really? You hear them flipping through like what appears to be a clipboard, and you see, oh, interesting. On my clipboard, I seem to have that you were looking for your children.
Yes, that is correct.
Wow, really? A brother and a child, children lost to the dungeon. Truly, truly. I mean, this is going to play well with audiences. I can't lie to you. You see the
Yet you
person
see
frantically scribbling.
he makes himself like a fake tear falls down Hex's eyes. Like, yes, I just must find my twin brother and my children, all lost in the dungeon. This dungeon has taken so much from me. I mean, if anyone of power could give me compensation for my hardships, that would be appreciative.
Wow, truly, truly grieving to the audience. I wonder how that will play over with our audience members. Some of them are known to be rather fickle, and the person will chortle. Excellent. Well, our time's just about up. Is there anything you would like to let the audience know before we get you back in?
Yes, I just want to know, who do you work for? And can I cast detect thoughts on this guy?
Sure. Can you post the description of Detect Thoughts again for me, real quick?
Yeah. Right now, I'm only kind of gauging surface thoughts.
As you do so, as you attempt to dive into this creature's thoughts, you are just filled. Your thoughts are just filled with laughter. Like it is unintelligible. There is nothing else. Just manic, crazed laughter fills your brain. Fills your brain. Do you continue? Do you maintain the connection?
Yeah, let me go. I want to go deeper. What's deeper in this person's mind?
All right.
They have to.
All right, they're
This
going to make
is-
the wisdom saving throw. Go ahead and also make a wisdom saving throw yourself.
Okay. A 19.
You are going to take half of 15 points of psychic damage. 7, you delve deeper past the madness, and as you do so, it burns your mind, diving into whatever this creature's mind is. And as you do so, you come across, in this mental landscape of chaos, of shifting forms and half thought of ideas, you come across a stable room, which almost looks like a library, almost, or maybe a study. There's a large fire, books adorning many a bookshelf, and seated away from you, facing the opposite direction, in a large backed chair, you see someone working at a table, and the laughter is filling the room still, but it's coming from the figure.
I want to run over and see what they're working on.
As you run over, the laughter escalating in volume in your ears. You look down at what appears to be blueprints of the dungeon itself that you're in currently, and you look down at the figure, and they look up at you, and you see nothing but the crazed look in their eyes as you snap back awake, sitting straight upright. And the last thing that you hear as you're pulled out of this dream, you hear the voice say, "This episode is brought to you by Pathier's Pipeweed. Keep blazing, stay amazing."
Pipeweed. And I just look around.
Yeah, you're still in the bubble. Everything is fine and normal. Everybody is kind of waking up. It's the mid-morning grog.
Well, that was normal. Is everyone ready to start the adventure again?
Hex, are you doing okay? You look a little worse for the wear this morning.
Ah, yes, I had an interview and then dived into the mind of madness. Very normal. Happens all the time.
Okay. Certainly. Well, if that is what the sweet winds of night bring to you in the form of dream, then such as it is. Yeah, I suppose I'm ready to go. How are you all doing? Do we need to, I don't know, eat?
Yeah.
Does it look like he's taken? I mean, he took psychic damage, but
My eyes still kind of twitching a little bit.
right.
He maybe has like a little bit of a nosebleed.
Okay. Mel is going to give him one of his many, not disposable, but just like little. It's kind of like cheap cloth to kind of press up against that. It's like, if you say so. But yes, I suppose we can go ahead and eat before we head out for another strenuous day.
Hex will take the cloth and be like, thank you so much. Yes, Gobloidus, do you have more garbage for us?
I always have garbage. He starts rooting around in his pockets and taking out, of course, moldy cheese. We got some stale crackers. We've got some, Twinkies in there with rat droppings. And, yeah, here's a great selection. Help yourself.
Eat up, my friends.
No disrespect, but I do think I'll stick with my rations. But thank you for being willing to share.
Yeah, no problem.
Mel's just making notes. Like, is this what this man eats? Maybe I need to liberate him from his
From his taste buds.
situation. Yeah, from whatever this whole situation is.
Well, I love that curdled milk the last time. It was
Don't
great.
Don't eat that. If you want to have something to eat, just ask me. Those are byproducts of those are unfortunate byproducts. I can get you something more palatable and less likely to get you sick.
If you say so.
Amazing. First of all, everybody go ahead and mark a ration off of their character sheet. Second, is there any other scenes that y'all wanted to have before we just continued the dungeon crawl? I know that maybe it was brought up that maybe Melkiel might want to bring up hearing that voice in their head last week saying overkill 10 points.
Was it just Melkiel? I thought everybody heard that.
Oh, sorry, everybody did hear that. My apologies. It was when you did something. Yeah.
Yes. He's definitely going to bring that up as they're breaking bread. Just now that we have the other guy, the other guy is in here. Is he just watching us eat? Is he being a little weird man in the corner watching everybody eat their food?
I mean, he won't ask. He won't ask for food, but like he's maybe like looking.
Do you not have anything to eat? These are living quarters. Do you not have any kind of nourishment?
Well, Harria mostly kept the food up in the northern section. We would mostly go up there to break our fast, but I can, I'm all right. I can wait until after we've taken her out, and then I'll eat all the food I want.
What about the other guy? Is he just sitting there?
The other not bandit has shifted back to back to like a more humanoid form, and he's just he shrugs.
You guys want some trashins?
I love him so much.
You see the not bandit shake his head. No. Akral will be like, I don't know. I guess I'll take a bite. What do you got?
Ooh, try the rack droppings.
Yeah, try the rat droppings.
I mean, when you say the rat droppings, I don't wish to eat rat poop. So I think
I'm gonna put a little bit on. I'm gonna put a little bit, like, spread it on the stale cracker for him and go, just try it. Believe me.
Amazing.
Oh.
That is my favorite recipe.
Make me a persuasion check if you really want him to eat this poop cracker.
20.
Is it like ants on a log, or it's just raisins? Please.
I think I'll pass, my friend. I've smelled enough rat feces living down in these dungeons that the addition of a stale cracker doesn't make it much more palatable. But I appreciate the offer.
No problem.
It's a genuine offer. It is a genuine offer. He's not. Yeah.
It's not a joke. Absolutely.
Hex eats it.
If you walk away with any other further impression, I hope you understand that this is not a joke.
Oh no, I'm very much aware of that, and I think that makes me even more scared, to be honest with you all.
Harmless. It's harmless. He's very nice. Anyway, I do have a question for you. I understand there was a guild mentioned, the Xanathar Guild, attempting to wrest control. I assume we're going to also have issues with them if we continue going downward. Do you have any information on them?
Well, just a just a general bit about the Xanathar. And you would know a little bit about the Xanathar as well as maybe not somebody who lives in Waterdeep, but has been in Waterdeep for a period of time. They're one of like the big thievery, evil kind of factions in the city. And it is quite common knowledge that the Xanathar Guild is named after the Xanathar, who is a beholder of ill repute. He is a crime lord, boss beholder, and so that's just some general information about the Xanathar Guild that Melkiel would know. And Uktara will say, yeah, if we've dealt with them a bit on this floor. They're trying to take control of the same areas that we've managed. You know, just general, territory disputes. Anytime that we've been headed south from this location, like far south into the dungeon, we've been locking horns with them.
Do they have any passageways that we could go through as well? That you're aware of, anyway.
Well, they must be coming up from some lower level, because we've got pretty good eyes on the bucket tunnel, the bucket dropper from the water, from
The Yawning Portal.
the yawning portal. Thank you, God, I can't speak today. From the yawning portal. So they're definitely not getting in that way.
Understood. Anything that could give us a tactical advantage, such as your troop has their very interesting, very creative misuse of creativity. I think if you put on a show that may, do your, it may be better for your acting skills. Very good, but do they have any type of gimmick, I suppose would be the best word?
They're very mean, but other than that, no.
Oh,
They don't pretend to be vampires.
They
if
don't.
that's
So yeah,
what
they
you're
don't
asking.
have the same type of idea,
No, they're not that clever.
right?
I don't know. I know what their symbol looks like, and he'll kind of sketch it out in the dust for you. It is a circle with 10 lines going through it, and the lines are all equidistantly spaced.
Yeah, it's a beholder, right? That's what they look like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're a nasty bunch. Being a member of society in Waterdeep, there is a certain overlap in the arts and crime, I suppose. So I have rubbed elbow and eye stock, I suppose, before. Nasty fellow and bad group to be involved with. Not surprised that we might be dealing with them down here.
I have a friend who I believe is part of the Zentarum. They always talk about going to Taco Tuesday.
You know everybody, Hex.
I do.
So I suppose the way forward is towards Harria?
Yes, Harria would be to the north of us.
Certainly. Well,
Sorry. Just before I did I miss the conversation about everybody talking about the voice in their head, or did we leapfrog over that somehow accidentally?
No,
I don't think
we
we
didn't
mentioned it
talk
yet.
about it.
I went.
But
to
you did talk
shoot
about
the
your
ball.
dream a bit, right?
Yeah, I said I had an interview.
Mitch, what were you saying?
I said I went to shoot the ball, and I totally whiffed it. It went over the goal into the crowd, and it killed a man. Melkiel is also going to mention that voice that he heard in his head whenever he killed a man, coincidentally. And just like, I had that moment where, I've dealt with psychics before. It didn't feel like anything that of any malicious intent exactly, but it was a strange message to suddenly pop up. I wanted to also discuss that. Have you ever had moments like that in this dungeon?
Who is that to?
I'm sorry.
Ooh.
It was Takta.
Yeah. Octaral? Octarel?
Oh, sorry.
Octaral.
Octaral. I keep
Yes.
thinking Carl, and that's how
Yep.
I make sense of it.
That's really good. He'll say, "I don't know. What do you mean? I didn't hear a voice."
Did anyone else hear anything yesterday and that came to their minds in the middle of our fight?
We all heard the point declaration, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All four
Yeah.
of you did.
Yeah. Yes,
Also, after my dream, I realized that today has been sponsored by Pipeweed.
Do we know? Do we know what that is? Is that someplace in the city?
No, it sounds like he's referring to some kind of tobacco, potentially.
Hex immediately starts smoking.
It's no brand I recognize, so must not be that good. Looking around, I actually, yeah, I want to play it up a little bit. You said that like today's sponsored by the brand. I want to play up this like, well, I'm quite to do in Waterdeep, and I've never heard of it, and just like shit on it a little bit and see if anything happens.
As you're shit talking, like you're kind of like hesitantly like waiting, expecting, but nothing happens.
Interesting. I just randomly make this big show of hating on this brand. I don't let anyone know what I'm doing, but I'm just like, this is probably not uncommon. Of like, oh well, I like just very self-obsessed in that sense. So I think she can pass it off as just another Henrietta moment,
I love it.
Nothing happens. Interesting.
I can't say I'm familiar with it either, but there has to be. I do believe there's something larger going on here, especially since we are the only ones to have received a personal letter in quite some time. It may behoove us to keep our heads on a swivel more than what we usually would.
Certainly.
Yeah, hooves are delicious, especially with some curdled cream.
You mean clotted cream?
Sure.
You heard
Okay.
what Gobloidus said.
No, you heard me. I said what I said.
Hilarious. Excellent. And with that, I think it's been about 8 hours. The dome, the tiny hut kind of dissipates and fizzles. The barrier's coming down, and it ends. And y'all are kind of sitting in there in the dungeon.
I didn't realize we were still inside the hut. And I think at this point, like now that the hut has come down, she's like, that might be something. And she just goes, what was the name of the brand?
What was the whole thing again?
Pathier's Pipeweed. Keep blazing, stay amazing.
Yes.
love
I do that,
Pathier's Pipeweed.
and then I start
I've never
smoking
heard of it.
immediately.
Must not be that great of a brand. Anything now that we're outside the hut?
Again, you brace for some form of reaction, but nothing occurs.
Okay.
They
Interesting.
just keep cutting to commercial whenever.
Pathier's Pipeweed, straight to commercial.
Any 80s music playing in the background, any guitar, just like "Bing," when she's talking about it.
Just a really obnoxious guitar sting, yeah.
Hey, are we getting a cut? Are we getting a cut from this sponsorship? Wait a minute.
Hex is over there posing with his pipe,
Right?
with the Paether pipe. We going, so smooth. Keep blazing, stay amazing.
Aktara will chime in. Y'all are a strange bunch. And with that, I'm reactivating the Streamloots cards. If you want to play Streamloots cards, now is your opportunity.
Party.
Everyone, we got to run to Harriet quickly.
Okay, so if we're going to be helping you dethrone Harria, where would be the best way to proceed with that?
The north, right?
Yeah, let's have the guy lead us. Go, guy.
Thank you, Illithid, for playing the card Lactose the Intolerable. Amazing.
Oh no.
I can't wait to run into that NPC. Excellent. Aktara will say, all right, perfect. So, as a little bit more information, so Harria keeps a few of her true disciples or true devotees up in that northern section. But y'all are very strong. Y'all took us out no problem, even with me, man, and the half dozen or so bandits. You know, I'm sure you'll be fine. And in fact, I most of them I'll probably be able to talk down. Just let me do the talking, and we should be able to get it out. There's no problem.
Should
Certainly.
I look like you, or should I? We currently have 2 Aktara. Should we have 3?
The other
What was
Yeah,
that?
the more the merrier. I want to dress up too.
Yeah.
Do we all have a vampire change?
I mean, there's a bunch of these dead guys laying around. You could take their outfits if you really want.
I think the outfit's a little gauche. I will refrain. Thank you.
I'm hopping in there. I'm looking who has the nicest face. I'm gonna put that on. Put on that clothes.
Who has the nicest
Who's
face?
the most beautiful? Oh God, it's lactose the intolerable. It says on his ID card right here, his driver's license.
Yeah, you're able to. Most of the bodies have been cleaned up at this point, but you remember one of them, a pretty good-looking vampire that you copied the face of. In fact, Artaro goes, actually, this might work. Maybe I could say, oh yeah, I worked through the night and found some new recruits, and then we can ambush her or something. I don't know.
I like that idea.
It is an idea.
Yeah, we're the new recruits. I'm still wearing this mask too. Looks good, huh? It's starting to stick to my face.
Wait, did you say it's starting to stick to your face? Like it's bonding?
Yeah, bonding.
No, okay. No, that's not good. Mel is gonna try to take the mask. You honestly don't know if this has any malicious magic tied to it.
No, that's my crest.
How about we'll make you another mask, a better one that doesn't potentially have bad magic on it.
Whatever. I'll put it in my pocket.
All the crust starts falling off while you remove it.
There's just this loud crack noise as Gobloidus removes the mask, and like all the crust like starts to fall to the ground that had the newly formed. It smells terrible as he puts it in his bag. Aktara withdraws from the room, saying, "I'm gonna go look forward a little bit to see, and he leaves.
I'm gonna go somewhere else.
I'm gonna go do my thing that I had to do right now at this time.
Very important. Elsewhere.
I guess Hex will follow him.
Yeah. He's gonna be leading us through, so Mel is gonna keep on his tail as well.
Sure. And as y'all make your y'all make your way out, following Uktarl into the room proper, into 6A, or into the statue room rather. This one, you hear coming echoing from up the corridor the jingling of a bell. At which point Uktarl groans. He says, "Oh, that means she's having her bloody morning meeting. She does these sometimes where she gets everybody around and she does a pep talk or talks about meeting notes. I don't know. I usually daze out during these. But this is not great because it's going to be a little bit harder to... It's going to be a little bit more tricky to get the bandits on our side while she's talking to them in there. And I have to be there for the meeting. Otherwise, she'll know something's up. She'll get sus.
When you say bloody morning meeting, was that a simply an expletive, or like? I mean, you are all like got the vampire thing going on, so I'm just like, the bloody. What's the read there?
Well, she's like a little bit. She's method, so all of her disciples are method, so they're very into the vibe. They're very...
Oh, how exhausting.
It's a lot, to be honest. It's a lot all the time. I've been kind of going a little bit I've been going mad in this Mad Mage dungeon. What can I say?
Yes, I believe that being method would be very annoying. As you see, like, Hex is now holding a goblet. It's full of like tomato juice.
Oh God! You see Uktarl's like pinching the brow of his eyes.
I don't drink wine.
From the northern corridor, you hear the jangling become a little bit louder and more insistent. And Uktarl says, "All right, I'll go. Do we want to do that plan? I'll introduce some of you as new recruits, maybe."
Yeah.
Definitely.
Blood is slips.
I can just be the construct that's helping you, and I pretend to like lift up the hem of a cape or whatever, but I'm not going to pretend to be a vampire.
Amazing.
I got Goldmoonster slyly slips the mask back on his face.
Just while nobody's looking.
They'll never know.
All right, amazing. Yeah, Uktar will like go over to where he disposed the bodies and pull several of the cloaks, the vampire cloaks, off of them, and divvy them out to the group. Before heading, he'll say, "Henrietta, why don't you stay in the back? As like you'll be a little bit more difficult to play off as a vampire. So why don't you just stay in the back and hopefully you won't be noticed."
Yeah, I'm like holding a cloak or something. Yeah, whatever.
Perfect.
And she'll move to the back.
Perfect. Yeah, and he'll point at the other doppelganger, or the other not bandit, and he'll be like, "You look different," and he'll shift forms, and the guy will say, "What should my name be?" And Uktar will be like, "I don't know, Dick Dickley." All right, I'm Dick
Flawless.
Dickley now.
Flawless. Incredible.
Now I have a chiseled jaw and a deep accent. Yes, I'm Dick Dickley. All right, I'm in character now. And Uktar will go, "God, I gotta get out of this business." All right. And he'll start to strut to the north.
I follow behind.
Mel's gonna hang in the back with Henrietta because this is he hates this. Like, I'm not putting this cloak on.
Perfect. So yeah, as y'all continue down the corridor, with Uktarl and Dick Dickley leading the charge, it curves through a few more passages. Let me just go ahead and reveal this. So y'all get to this door, and Uktaro says, "All right, the morning meeting is going to be happening right through these doors. Remember, everybody, you're maybe not vampires, but you believe that you're vampires. You know, you got to act the part. You know, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll try to turn the bandits. You know, just wait for my signal." And he'll do a very gratuitous wink. At which point he will open the door, and you will see a large, what could be described as a throne room. Lots of things are happening. Holy cow! 1 second.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh my god. Guys.
As y'all are walking in, and as all this is as all the wild magic is going, you see Harria is sitting on a throne. The throne itself is is made of interwoven bleached bones. The armrest of the bones are carved to resemble snakes. She's kind of like not really properly sitting in it. She's kind of like sitting on the very edge of it, just kind of looking austere. In the center is the corpse of a dead wyvern. It's all the bandits are kind of clustered around, like centered around it. They're not messing with it or anything. It's almost like it's been set up as a set piece almost. You get the sense with it. So they're kind of just like clustered around it. And Harria is monologuing. And to her left, you see Meatman is standing, kind of guarding her, and guarding a doorway on the opposite side. And then to the north, you see another doorway past the skeleton of the wyvern. You see all these bandits are just kind of standing around, like looking in full vampire makeup, looking up at Harria, stars in their eyes. They're dazzled. They're loving it. And Harria is, she's pouring her heart into this speech, this monologue that she is giving. And her attention turns to Uktaro as she comes on as she enters, or as he enters with the party. What did you get for that D100 there, Henrietta?
Did I get sorry, I missed that. What was the D100?
Oh, you were the subject of a wild magic surge thanks to Raj Q's playing of the Streamloots card.
Yeah, I
72.
think things might have broken a second when that Streamloots went off, because the sound cut out for me.
Yeah, sorry, that might have been my bad. There was a lot of chaos going on. 72?
Yeah, 72.
You gain resistance to all damage for the next minute.
Oh, this is so sexy. Q, thank you so much. I'm sending you all of the kisses through space and time for this. Wonderful.
Are we gonna start blasting to take advantage of?
Oh
Just
Lord.
kick open the door. Just start beating ass. Sorry.
Yeah, Uktaro, Henrietta, as Uktaro and the party, y'all are kind of moving through. Hex and Hex, Dick, and Gobloidus kind of taking the charge. Oh, sorry, let me not move you in there too much, Hex.
I mean, I
Henry-
would like to be in there if I can.
Yeah, go ahead and push in as much as y'all like. Henrietta, y'all are kind of like keeping near the back, but it's kind of a close squeeze as y'all have to slip past Harria. And as you do so, you feel like a similar sensation that you felt yesterday when you went right before you underwent the effect of the confusion, and you feel your systems begin to surge, and in that moment you feel like you're operating at like 200%. Like you feel incredibly strong right now. Like you feel like your auto repair systems are functioning incredibly high. Like you're seeing like the world in a slightly different light right now.
Definitely. I'm kind of imagining it's like overclocking a computer or something. It's like that vibe of
Absolutely.
just beef mode.
Yeah, absolutely. You are in the zone right now. And Harria kind of notices you, and she growls over at Uktar, and she says, "Really, you couldn't even get proper thralls. You had to settle with a construct. How are we supposed to make her look like a vampire? She's a robot. No offense. I'm sure you're lovely."
It's fine. I'm just here to help.
I hear you have tomato juice. I'm in.
And Henrietta is like smizing because she doesn't really have a mouth, but she's doing her best approximation of a smile.
Sure.
As if she's just kind of like fully just a construct, like not going for like a Warforged or like Android kind of mode, just like full construct mode.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, feel free to move into the room as you'd like. During this time, Uktar will kind of distract Harria, discussing, and I think Gobloidus saying, "Oh yeah, you guys got tomato juice." I think that will set him off, and it'll be like, "Yeah, we're wasting so much gold profit on buying tomato juice and this kitschy vampire shit." And like he'll start to argue with her while this is going on. And you see a few of the bandits in the room, like they're maybe like listening, like maybe more than a couple of the other ones. Like some of them are clearly diehard Harria fans, but a few of them like you see them kind of like motioning at their teeth, and like maybe their jaws are sore from having to have the fake teeth in all day. And you see a few of them listening.
Hex will kind of speak of it as like, yes, then I did have a better idea when it comes to making money in the dungeon. And I'd like just throw tomato juice in my face.
I'd love to hear your idea. Maybe tone it down a notch. This is a little gauche, a little over the top. We're trying to be, vampire lords, not like whatever that is you're doing. What's your idea? Then?
Well, as I was saying, this is, I mean, I'm not doing an accent. This is how I normally talk. As I was saying, why don't you pretend to say you'll help, lower level adventurers and walk them through a fake encounter to make them feel good. And also, you get money that way.
It sounds like our profits would mostly be split amongst actual actors, which, it's much easier to just steal. And no one would appreciate it anyways. You know these daft water havens. They wouldn't know a good actor or actress if it bit them right on the nose. In fact, I've done so several times to several casting directors, and they still didn't call me back. I bit them on the nose, several times. In case that wasn't clear.
Yes,
Yeah.
I got it.
Never mind.
But
It was like,
oh, go on.
never mind. Well, I was like, if she's an actor of any sort, maybe I've like read a review or two about her. But then I was like, well, she hasn't been a very successful actor, even getting the role, so maybe not. I was gonna try and history check her.
with whatever whatever your passive history would be, she does not ring a bell. She seems to be pretty much a nobody in terms of the acting scene. At least with the vampire makeup on, you can't, and you don't recognize the name. So,
Gotcha. Cool.
Aktar will go, no, I think the time is up for these vampire charades. I'm sick of this, Harria. And the way you treated me yesterday, it's even though I fucked up.
And he pissed himself. Don't forget that.
That never happened.
Meanwhile, Gobloidus has just went up to the corpse and joined like he's part of the gang. Hey guys, what's up?
You see one of the bandits, one of the vampire bandits, like he holds out like a fist for you to bump Gobloidus.
I bump it. I leave some slime behind.
Hell yeah! There's like that bead of like a bead of goo, like as you like your fist bumps and then comes back, and there's like goo between the 2 points. And he looks disgusted. Atara will go, no, I think the time is done, Harry. I think this is through, and I think profits would be a lot sweeter without us spending all this money on the white makeup and the fake fangs and such. I'm offering for you to step down and for us to do things a little differently now. Will you take the offer? I think everyone around, and he'll kind of gesture to the bandits, would agree that we've wasted good gold after bad on this. Does anybody chime in and say anything?
Here.
I go, yes, I believe that he's already lost the accent. He's switching.
Yeah, definitely.
He goes, I believe that this we could do better than Harriet. Here.
So it's a mutiny then, Octaral. Well, I can't. After I saw you pissed yourself yesterday, I just couldn't hold any form of respect for you ever again. So you've forced my hand in a way that was a long time coming. To arms then, meat man. Everybody go ahead and roll for initiative.
Meat man.
Oh no.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll just a straight charisma check for the bandits to see whether or not they are swayed by Octaral's words.
Can we have been in the crowd, kind of working the crowd, maybe? It's
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
he said, you had this good new sound he's been looking for, and it sounded really great. That's why I joined in the first place.
Amazing. Yeah, I'll go ahead and make that. We can have that check be at advantage for the advantage. So I'll go ahead and just make a straight charisma save for the bandits. The bandits make the save, so they are going to turn on Harria, at least half of them. So I'll just go ahead and mark them.
An absolute stinky nat one. Hate it here.
At least it's only on
Mish.
initiative, you know?
I guess.
Mish.
What's
If you
up?
click on your token and then roll initiative again, you'll get put in the turn order tracker.
Well, I don't want to. I got the nat one. I don't.
Well,
it's
you
gonna-
can put your
yeah.
one in there for sure.
Oh, manually. Okay.
You can edit
gotcha.
it, yeah.
The nat 20. I'm gonna scream. Oh, it's a 5. Okay.
And so now you can go back and change it to a 1.
Gotcha. What? Oh,
I'm cool if y'all go do crowd work. I was gonna try and stay near the front if I could. Like, go into robot mode and just kind of like stand by the door.
oh, like making it seem like you're not a one of the fighting hands trying to catch someone off guard.
Yeah, and just like a construct that has kind of gone over and shut off in the corner.
Gotcha.
That's kind of my vibe right now.
Give me just 1 second. I'm getting everything set up.
No worries. There's like 50 people on screen.
I also, just real quick to Illithid's point, I think the stream loots are going to make a little more sense once we've actually met the big guy, the big cheese who's messing around with our shit right now.
I mean, I've met him at least once.
Yeah. Spread of initiatives. Could mix them. Oh, it's not as good as I thought.
I'm honestly, I mean, especially
it's
like
literally
Beatman's gonna
after
fuck us up.
after the first round, it's literally just us, then them, then us, then them.
Well, the Flesh Golem got a 0 on his initiative roll, so that's pretty bad.
What's that?
I think I have everybody.
Seems right.
The guys with the muscle men. Those are okay. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, those guys are all bandits.
Which ones are with us so we don't
The muscle
do
men.
them? Gotcha.
Those ones all simultaneously spit their fake teeth out of their mouths and go, I never liked them anyways. And with that, that is going to put us at the top of the order with Gobloidus, who has ingratiated himself into the crowd and stickily won over at least one bandit member. What do you do?
Yeah, Gobloidus will just make his way around the table, like trying to high five everybody. And then when he gets to this guy, who doesn't high five back, he decides to use his rapier.
Correct response.
I'm just imagining a banner unfurls from the ceilings like, congrats, you've unionized. Like,
Amazing. And the 13 is enough to hit Gobloidus, just enough. Go ahead and roll damage. Oh, wow. You skewered the bandit. Go ahead and describe your kill.
Well, okay then. You should have given me the high five. He just pokes him straight through the chest.
Yeah, you easily a killing blow, and he just slumps dead on your bandit, like clawing at the air. You almost feel like he's attempting to high five you post mortem. Anything more for Gobloidus?
I'll high five him.
You see a smile creep up his lips as he dies. Perfect.
My friend.
That is going to make it the bandits' turns. These bandits are going to all move forward, and they're going to just get into combat with the other bandits. They're just going to step over the corpse of the wyvern, and just all get into the mixer with each other.
is this a fairly fresh body, or is that just the map token you had?
It is. That's just a token. It's pretty well desiccated and decayed at this point. Yeah.
Okay, so it's bones, but it's real.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So the bandits are going to make scimitar attacks. – these two bandits move down and start to attack the not vampire. This enemy in the middle, it looks kind of similar to the way that Dick Dickley looked when he was pretending to be a vampire. Same with this bandit vampire guy over there. He also looks a lot like Dick Dickley's vampire form. So these two bandits are going to target their friends. Here we go. 1 second. And the other bandit friend is going to slash back at them. Former ally. And it is going to get a nick in on the top lefter guy. He is going to just... they're going to trade blows, each cutting each other with their scimitar. That is their turn. That is going to make it Uktarl's turn. Uktarl is going to move forward and just immediately get into combat with Harria. And they're just going to... both draw rapier or both draw scimitar and dagger and just start like having a duel basically. So Uktarl is going to take 3 attacks.
Pray both of them.
Sorry, I was muted. That's my bad.
Hex is just thinking, what if we just pray both of them?
I don't know. I think it's nice having them down here if there's someone pushing back against the Xanathar Guild. Might bounce back in our face if we totally wipe everyone out.
That's fair.
So Uktarl gets 1 hit on Harria, but she's a hard fight and he does not land any other blows. Harria is going to attack him back. But she doesn't land a single blow on him as their combat rages. It is now the not bandits' turns, the not vampires. The one that is surrounded is going to attack the one to its right. He hits with both, killing this bandit. He just smashes him into the ground, absolutely destroying his form. Dick Dickley is going to move up and attempt to attack Harria as well with his big meaty fist. 2 slams. Both of them are going to hit for 12 total. Harria is so distracted fighting Uktarl that she does not notice Dick Dickley come in with his meat fists and get her good. And and this doppelganger up to the north, he is going to take a whack at these other 2 bandits who were accosting him. But miss both of his attacks and just smash the cracked tile stone beneath, which makes it Henrietta's turn.
And she's gonna just upright in here. And yeah, come around, come in through. That should be enough. I'll take this scary position and go 1 hit with my sickle. A 13.
Sorry, who were you targeting?
Harria.
13 does not hit your sickle digs into her studded leather, but does not take blood.
And then I'm going to spend a key point and do a flurry of blows. So that's 1 and 2. First one is a 19. Second one's a 22.
Both of those hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And we've got... Oh, not that. Ignore that one. So that is 9 damage to her face.
Nice. Yeah, it looks like she wasn't expecting the following blows, and she takes them on the chin. She looks not bloodied at this point, but she's definitely hurt.
And I'll hang out here.
All right, perfect. That is going to make it Hex's turn.
All right. I will cast Fairy Fire on right here to get Meat Man and Vampire Lady.
Sure, that would probably hit Henrietta too.
Yeah.
No problem.
Are
Spell
you
save DC.
kosher with that, Werewolf?
Yeah, that's okay with me. I
Alright.
mean, technically, it's a nat 20 anyway.
Oh, nice.
Well, there you go.
I was gonna say both of these people around me have advantage on me anyway right now, but
True.
you don't because of fairy fire.
But
Both-
at least now
Both
they
Meatman
fail.
and Harria fail.
Great. Now
Nice.
they both. Everyone has advantage on attacks against them. And that'll be it. Yeah, that'll be all.
Perfect. That is going to make it Melkiel's turn.
Oh wait,
All right.
actually, Melkiel, you'll get a bardic inspiration.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so Me-Man is going to be an issue. Everybody else seems to be holding their own pretty well, or at least evenly matched. So Mel is going to... Let's see. Could get there. Okay, Mel is going to move. Yeesh. Move over here on the other side, even though he does have advantage, but it also gives him a pretty good looking point of the room. And he's going to cast Inflict Wounds on Meatman. Because that's a big chunkus. Gotta get this chunkus out of here. And that's a touch. Wait. 19?
19 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll again, though, because you have advantage, so you might crit.
Gotcha. Oh, 18 that time.
Better, but not a crit, but either way, both hit. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Alright, roll that beautiful fiend footage. That is 33 points of necrotic damage. I want to get this
I
man out of
failed.
here. He took an explosion the other day and was just fine.
Yeah, what does it look like as you deal 33 points of necrotic damage to literal flesh golem?
All right, so the everything from the wrist, about the middle of his Melkiel's arm down to his fingertip, starts to turn a deep blue, almost like bruised skin, and then black, and that energy just seeps into the flesh golem, and it smells awful. It smells rotten. It's wasted flesh. It's putting pock marks on the skin of the flesh golem, and it smells like rotting flesh, and it has like this acrid tinge of yogurt that's been in the back of your fridge, and you just open it and you're just like, oh. So it's just really stinky smelly.
Oh, absolutely. It stinks as this rot and this necrotic energy flows into Meatman, curdling and rotting him from the inside out. But he makes no sound as this happens, as he rots, maybe even unaware that this is occurring. Anything else?
Does it look like he's hurt, or that it's destabilizing him a little bit?
Oh, definitely. Like it looks damaged, and it looks like, and it smells terrible, but it doesn't look like the monster itself is necessarily aware of the damage taken, but you did definitely hurt it. Absolutely.
Okay. Yes, that will end the. That's gonna be the end of my turn.
Okay, perfect. That is going to make it the Flesh Golem's turn. The Flesh Golem, Meat Man, he is of single mind to protect his mistress Harria. So he is going to attack Henrietta with advantage with 2 slam attacks.
Okay.
14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
15 to hit.
I'm gonna cast shield.
Nice.
Does not hit.
Perfect. As the fist is coming down, what does it look like as you cast the shield around yourself?
So the fist is coming down, or like the guy is coming to like slam her, and just like and she takes that impact, and all the points where the impact happens, like these hexagonal light bits like appear around, and it's like hard light that it has like formed as armor around her, and it kind of dissipates after a couple seconds, but like if someone else were to hit, the same kind of thing would appear until my next round.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. And the blow colliding with this hard light armor just deflects into the ground, shattering the cobblestones once more. Excellent. And that is Meat Man's turn. It's just going to put us at the top of the round with the Gobloidus.
Gobloidus sniffs the air. Hey, what's cooking? Smells good. He's gonna wander over here. 15, 20. He's gonna high five this guy.
He takes a high five.
Come around here and then poke this guy with the rapier.
$16's going to do it. Go into real damage. For 9 points of damage. It's enough. Again, you just taking this man by surprise, you skewer him, and he drops dead to the ground. Anything more for Gobloidus?
That's all.
Perfect. That is going to make it the bandits' turns with their fallen friend. I believe that's all the bandits that aren't on your side. They are going to focus on the doppelgangers and just start swinging at them. One of the bandits hits, the other two... one of them hits as well. For a measly 2 points of damage. That's going to be it for their turn. Octaro is going to focus his attacks once more on Harria, attempting to get her.
And he does have advantage.
And he does have advantage. Those are all going to hit across the board, dealing 16 total points of damage as he just guts her. Yes, he bloodies Harria in this moment, which makes it Harria's turn. Harria uses a bonus action to disengage, at which point she is going to move this way up to the corpse of the wyvern. At which point she'll say, "You fools, you'll never get the secrets that I found within the dungeon." And at which point she's wearing like bangles on both arms, and she removes one of the bangles from one wrist, and she slaps it down onto what would have been the wrist of the wyvern. And as it does so, it courses with necromantic energy, and the body of the wyvern begins to move and reanimate, a ghostly fire glowing from within its eyes as a skeletal wyvern takes the battlefield.
Biggie.
Friend?
Fuck.
Gobloidus, looking into the skeletal wyvern's eyes, you see malevolence there. And give me just 1 second as I get the wyvern in here.
It's here. It's joined the party. Oh, the initiative order, you mean?
Yes. It doesn't look incredibly durable. Like, it looks like a lot of it's wasted away. But it still looks, you see poison dripping off its barbed tail, and it looks quite dangerous still. And it got a 19 on the initiative. So that is going to make it the doppelganger's turn. The doppelganger is going to go against the 2 bandits who are the north of it. 1 punch for each. One of the blows completely misses, but the other one crits and is just enough to absolutely slam and kill the one you high-fived, Gobloidus. He just is crushed under this killer blow. The other doppelganger, who is being flanked by the 2 bandits, is going to attack them as well. But he misses both of his attacks. And Dick Dickley is going to move over and start going to town on the Flesh Giant, on Meat Man. The first blow hit, but the second doesn't, as he deals 10 points of damage with his slamming fist. But it looks like Meat Man's thick hide doesn't really take the damage as you would expect, and the blow is a little bit more glancing. That makes it Henrietta's turn.
I'm gonna sneak out of here. If this man wants to try and hit me, he can.
Meat Man, yes, he'll go for you. 25 to hit.
A 25 hit.
That's going to be 11 points of damage.
Reduced down to 5.
Reduced to 5.
Cool. All right, I get up in her business again, and I'm gonna do the same thing I did last turn. So that is a sickle attack, 17 to hit. Bow.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. So that's 7 damage, and then gonna do another flurry of blows. So that'll be roll these.
Don't forget you have advantage on all these rolls as well.
Yep, I remembered that on the second set of stuff. So I don't think the first one hit. No, the second one's a dirty 20 though. So that'll be another 6 damage.
Nice. Yeah, she looks pretty harmed at this point. Like she looks very damaged. Anything more?
Gotcha. I did my bonus action movement. Nope, I think that's it for me.
Perfect. That is going to make it Hex's turn.
Aha. Well, I guess I'm going to move over to where Harriet is.
Yeah, I think you're fine. I don't think if you move that far, you will take an attack of opportunity from this doppelganger. But if you stay like right here, you're good.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. And Vampire Lady, she looks a little hurt, right? You said?
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll stab her.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to roll the hit at advantage.
A
20 will do it.
20.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that damage.
And this will be with my Psychic Blades as well. So my rapier glows with a blue energy as it burrows into her mind.
Awesome. Yeah, go ahead and describe your kill as you cut Harria down.
Yes. You see Vampire Hex walks over and will like have the cloak up to his face where only his eyes are seen, and then go, "You will fall into a deep sleep," and then just underneath the cloak pokes her with the rapier, and then she passes out. I go, "I am a true vampire."
Incredible.
Does anyone get scared at that?
I think you see Meatman, like the first expression like curl on his face in a anguished scream as his master dies.
Oh.
Anything more?
That'll be all.
All right, that's gonna make it your turn, Melkiel.
Right. Is anyone looking particularly bad, or we've just been killing it?
Meatman looks pretty hurt. He is not bloodied just yet, but he's quite damaged. But the other not vampires, they look pretty fresh faced still.
Okay, gotcha. Let's see. Where's Harria again?
Oh, she's dead. She was just slain by Hex on the last turn.
Yes, but like is the wyvern still bouncing around with all this?
Yes. In fact, as you look, the wyvern is still alive and moving, but you see the bangle on that was affixed to Harria's wrist has kind of opened and fallen to the wayside.
Pick it up.
Yeah, especially since Meatman doesn't. How is he doing now that she's a gonzo? Is he distraught? In
he
tears?
looks, very upset. He looks also very angry.
It's time for me to leave.
And who?
I have to leave. I have to go.
Just in general, he looks very angry.
Okay, well, I'll leave him to his grief and go over here to get the bangle if I can. Because we weren't fighting.
Sure, yeah, and he can't take the attack of opportunity against you because he tried to swing at Henrietta already.
Oh,
Hell yeah. All right. Give me that bangle. Love jewelry.
Yeah, as you swoop down and sweep it up, it's very shiny. It's not dirty or nicked in any capacity. It is like it's perfect, basically perfect condition. And as you look over, you do get the sense like there is energy flowing between the two bangles.
Okay. Could I try to do I don't know what I can do to.
What is it that you want to do? Do you want to like try to figure out what the thing is?
Yeah, like does someone have to be attuned to it to use it?
Sure, go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
Okay. Stinky, my second nat 1 of the. Is this gold? I don't know.
Yeah, with the nat one, you're not sure at the exact nature of it. It does kind of look like based on what you saw Harria do, she kind of just snapped the bracelet onto the creature, and it looked like she already had one on. You're not sure whether or not there was an attunement process that needed to happen. We'll say that was a bonus action.
Okay. Then it doesn't look like this big boy's moving without the bracelet, so Mel is just going to keep that. And
I would say though that the undead wyvern is still moving. It's still animated at this point.
with malicious intent, or is it just in standby mode?
With malicious intent, it seems like it's operating under the last orders it was received, which is kill everybody.
Oh, great. Okay, never mind. He's gonna put it on and
Okay.
hope nothing bad happens.
Okay, you clasp the bracelet onto your wrist, Melkiel. Go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw as the dagger or as the bangle bites into your wrist.
Excellent. I love this. 14.
You fail. Go ahead and roll a hit.
Wait,
die.
you have
I-
a bardic.
Oh,
You have a
nice.
bardic.
Yes. Yeah. So, so what is that? D6.
D8, I think.
Okay. Let's see. Rolling my D8. Please. 17.
17 is enough. You feel the bite coming in on onto your wrist with the bangles, and you're able to like pull it away quickly enough that it's not able to bite into you and draw blood from you. In doing so, you sap it of its fuel, and you see the wyvern, the light in its eyes, the flame begin to flicker and blink and go out, extinguished as the bones crumble back into a body.
Okay. Would have been my action?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then that's going to be the end of my turn.
Alrighty. That is going to make it Meat Man's turn. Meat Man is going to go straight for you, Hex, as the slayer of his master. I don't think there's a position he can stand where he has advantage, so he's just going to... And I'm not sure if he's even smart enough to be able to figure that out. He's too pissed. He is just going to go and attack you with 2 slam attacks. 16 to hit for the first roll.
That hits.
You take 7 points of damage as one of the 2 blows slams into you. The second one was a 10, so definitely not.
Okay. Ugh.
That's Meat Man's turn, though, which is going to put us at the top of the round. The remaining bandits, there's only 2. There's only 3 of the bandits that are on Octaral's side left, and they're starting to look a little scared as the remaining doppelgangers, creepy smiles creep up their lips, and they look like they're maybe potentially thinking about running. Gobloidus, it is your turn.
Gobloidus will trot up to this fellow and give him an opportunity to do a high five.
He does not high five at you. He scowls at you. And like the creepy smile turns into a bitter scowl.
Wow. Okay then. Stab with rapier.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll to hit with advantage. It's the north guy that you're attacking, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, go ahead and roll to hit with advantage. Double 20s will definitely do it. Go ahead and roll that damage. Hell yeah, you cut into the doppelganger. That same silver Icarus fluid flowing out of its wounds. But it does not look bloodied just yet. Anything more for Gobloidus?
Oh. Okay, as a bonus, he's going to disengage and move away a few feet.
Perfect. That is going to make it Octaral's turn. Octaral is going to move over and start to just go ham on Meat Man, trying to take him out. And he hits again across the board, dealing 15 points of damage total. But again, his blades just don't look like they're necessarily cutting in But again, his blades just don't look like they're necessarily cutting in as deep as you might expect as he cuts into the meat man. That is going to make it the bandits' turns. The bandits, the living ones, are going to make a charisma save to stick around. They fail. So the bandits are the ones that are living are going to disengage with their action and just run, try to make their way towards the door.
See you later, guys. Pizza later. Pizza.
Pretty sure that's all the bandits. It's a little tricky for me to tell. But all the bandits move as basically as far as they can out of the room. The two living ones, at least. That is going to make it the doppelganger's turns. The doppelganger is going to turn his attention fully to you, Gobloidus, and move over and attack you with 2 slams. $10 and 11 to hit, though. Not going to do the trick. As you're just able to dodge out of the way, Gobloidus. This other doppelganger is going to move over. Actually, he's going to shift to the left 5 feet and is going to attack you, Hex, with advantage. 23 and a 16 to hit.
Yep.
Yep to both.
Yep.
You take 23 total points of bludgeoning damage as their club fist slams into you.
Hex is down.
The blows prove to be too much, and Hex crumples to the ground.
Yeah, Hex falls very dramatically. He's, oh, no, I've been slain, and is like laying on the ground.
And the doppelganger will get the Dick Dickley will get an attack against the flesh golem with advantage. Both will hit for 6 total points of damage. And that is going to make it Henrietta's turn.
How is the flesh golem looking in this moment?
The flesh golem is bloodied.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Jim's magic missile at the flesh golem. So if I hit this, does it roll at 3? No, it only rolls at once. Okay. So first one's a 25, second one's a 21, third one is a 26.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 16 damage to this man. Henrietta pulls up 3 balls of light and juggles them for a second. She's like, Jim, an old family friend, and then throws all 3 of them at the flesh golem.
Charles will say, oh wow, that's much more impressive when it works.
Wow.
That's fair.
He's not wrong.
Anything more for Henrietta?
I think. I'm gonna come around here just so we can help possibly soak some damage away from the downed Hex. But that'll be my turn.
Alrighty, you got it. That is gonna make it Hex's turn. Hex, go ahead and make me just a straight D20 death saving throw.
Woo woo, baby. Let's see it. I fail one.
That is 1 failure. You begin to slip away slowly. What does it look like? As Hex, as you're laying there, does it look like anything in particular as you're slipping away from the mortal coil?
Hex is doing his own little death monologue. He's like, the light reaching for me. My children and twin brother will never be found once I leave this coil. If only some heroes could revive me.
Amazing. I love it. Excellent. And with that, it's going to make it your turn, Melkiel.
Oh, I don't know what to do with this about this man that's dying in front of me. I'm Mel's gonna move over here, and actually, who all is? I mean, does anybody else look pretty bad? Does anybody else need healing per se? If
I'm basically good. Need to adjust my thing in here, but
what about
I'm basically
Gobloidus?
good.
I'm good.
What about our beef man? Not muscle man, not meat man, but the piss boy.
Dick Dickley?
No,
Octaro.
Octaro.
He is looking fine. He's also not been hit either.
Okay, with Dick Dickley, he's good too.
He's good as well.
All right, okay. Well, then,
Everyone but Hex.
listen, you ran in there. You fucked around and you found out. Yeah, Mel is going to lean down to heal Hex, do a little cure wounds on this man. And I'm gonna do it at second level because you are healed for 13 points.
I arrived.
Get up. So yeah, Mel's gonna heal him and try to help him to his feet. It's just like, are you okay? I know you're rough, but anything feels broken?
I like snap my jaw back in place.
Oh, good.
Perfectly fine.
That's not how you do that, but okay.
Amazing. Anything more for Melkiel?
And let's see. No, because we're getting kind of towards the end of it. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Perfect. That is going to make it Meatman's turn. Meatman needs to roll a d6. Oh, that's not what Meatman wanted. Meatman goes berserk. He has a break as his owner is dead. He loses all sense of what's happening, and he cannot help himself as he just starts to lash out randomly at anybody around him. So I believe there are 5 targets. Oh, and we have a wild magic search for Millipede. Perfect. Let me go ahead. We're gonna double randomness. So let me just determine who's around him.
I'm very terrified.
If you go down again, I'm just gonna be, hey, just fix that, please. Please. I just fixed that.
So it looks like Dick Dickley, Octaro, Henrietta, Hex, and Melkiel are all within range. So we'll just do that order. Octaro will be 1, Doppelganger will be 2, and then in order. Here we go. So that is going to make it Hex
That's
again.
Hex.
I think
Yep.
that's Hex.
Hey, just fix this. No.
Little man, get back up. Little man, get back down. 26, and then and you're on the ground, so you're prone. Natural 20. Oh, well, I guess if you had gone, if the first one would have been a 26, which would have been 15 points of damage, so you would have been down immediately.
I'm down again, baby.
No.
Does you want to just keep punching me and give me 2 death saves?
I'm gonna say no because you go down, you on the ground. He retargets, ignoring you. So the second one is gonna be going for Dick Dickley. So that one hits Dick Dickley just like a backhand swing onto his head, and he takes 20 points of bludgeoning damage from Meatman.
Also, quick question while we're kind of in this moment, and it may be relevant very quickly. whenever you go down, you're revived and you go back down again. Do you keep your death saves or does it start over?
I'm gonna say,
Start over.
yeah, you start over.
Okay, I've been in a game where ooh. Anyway, all right.
And also I just
Punishing.
rolled for Elsa. Thank you for the wild magic sword. I just rolled for the party. Mish, you are the target. Go ahead and roll a D100, and we'll see what happens.
All right.
Oh god, don't fireball me, please.
Oh, that beautiful bead footage. I got a 60.
Not harmful, right?
You
Would be-
regain
it
your
would be.
lowest level expended spell slot.
Cool. And I will mark this back on.
Yeah, you feel this is the first time for you that you feel this kind of innervating energy, and you as this it fills you like this chaotic energy. There's another card being played. Hold on. Oh, and Hex gains a D6 of Bardic Inspiration that you can use at your discretion. I'm going to say because this was a card played by Ilthid, you can use that for your death saving throws too.
All right.
But yeah, you feel this energy innervate you, Melkiel, and regenerate some spellcasting ability for you.
I get 1 bardic inspiration.
Oh, sorry, it's a, or yeah, it would be one point of Bardic Inspiration. Yeah.
Okay.
But that is going to put us at the top of the round with Gobloidus.
All right. Who wants some? This guy. He's gonna get poked with a rapier. The guy right on top of me.
Yeah,
Or to the north of me.
gotcha, absolutely. Go ahead and roll to hit. 23 will do it. Go ahead and roll damage. Yeah, and I think you get your sneak attack too because of your subclass, right? You've got the fancy footwork thing.
Yes, I'm fancy.
Perfect. Yeah, so that does 18 points of damage to the doppelganger. He is bloodied in this blow, and the fluid draining from his body, this silver ichor, it is bleeding fast and heavy onto the ground now at this point. Anything more?
I'm gonna toss a piece of fresh cardboard on him and say, "You don't even deserve the soil."
Amazing. Yeah, he takes the cardboard and he looks at it a little confused. That is gonna make it Octarl's turn. Octarl's just gonna keep going ham on Meat Man. He knows how dangerous he could be. His first, actually, again, all of his attacks hit, dealing 7 points of damage. It's difficult to cut into it. The bandits continue to sprint away. Thank you, Mishroom, for buying the chest as well. That is going to make it the doppelganger's turn. The doppelganger is going to target you, Gobloidus, with his his club fists. 13 and a 14 to hit.
Missed.
Perfect. Yeah, you're just darting to the side of these large club-like blows. And this other doppelganger will shift and get in position there between the flesh golem and you, Henrietta, and will strike at you with advantage. The first one is a crit, 26 to hit for 12 points of damage. The second is 17 to hit.
The second one hits as well. The 12, does that get halved, or is that already halved?
That would be half. So so let me go ahead. So it would be half to 6, and then the second blow was 10, half to 5. So you take 11 total.
Okay, got it.
And then Dick Dickley's gonna go just keep swinging at Meatman for 5 points of damage. Meatman is really coming apart at the seams at this point. A lot of the stitching is fraying, and chunks are beginning to spill off of him onto the ground. Henrietta, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to... Can I move through allies?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to swing around here and do my first attack, my sickle attack on this man.
I would say if you move away like that, you'll get an attack of opportunity from this one.
Oh, that's fine.
He crits again. Unbelievable. For
Oh my god.
for 9 points of damage, half to 4.
Okay.
How is Henrietta
Couple
looking?
sparks fly off of her.
Oh.
I am bloodied. So here's that sickle attack. 22 to hit.
22 definitely hits the flesh column.
Okay. For 5 damage. And then my flurry of blows.
And these are non-magical attacks in nature, right?
Correct. It's not until like I think 8th level that my things count as magical. So 25, and then I did this math wrong. I was about to be like, how in the ever loving daylight did I get that? They're both over 20, so
Yeah, both of those hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
So 11 total, half down to 5.
Perfect. Yeah, it looks like Meatman is barely on his last stitches. He is failing quickly. Anything more?
That'll be it for my turn.
Perfect. Hex, up once and back on the ground, going to make me another death save.
Yes, Hex is like, and as the light shines, I got a 10.
You feel your quick pulse, your pulse quicken, and you feel slightly stabilized in that moment.
I turn away from the light, not tempted by its wonderful glow.
Amazing. That's gonna make it Melkiel's turn.
All right. How are the two doppelgangers looking over here?
The one to the north of Gobloidus looks very hurt, but the one to the south looks pretty much undamaged.
Okay. How am I gonna do this?
Mateman though looks very, very hurt.
Yeah, and he's a big hitter. Okay. Bonus action can only be a cantrip, right?
I mean, usually you're given a bonus action, so if you have something that's giving you a bonus action, you could usually do it. Certain spells are cantrips, definitely.
Okay. Okay. Mel is gonna go ahead. Okay. Mel is going to do harm and heal in one in one round. I'm gonna fix this again. Nobody break it. Going to cast Cure Wounds on this man again with the spell slot that was just replenished.
Do you have healing word?
Actually, yes.
Oh, perfect. That would be a perfect example of a bonus action spell that you could use. But from that point, you would need to use a cantrip for your main action.
For my main action. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, then healing word is going to be, I'm going to do healing word at 2nd level. That's going to be my bonus action to get this man on his feet again. Sorry, ignore that first one. This is the real one whenever the dice finally falls. Roll 20 struggling. That's 9 points of healing.
Nice. And then I am back awake.
One more time. All right. And please move. Please leave.
If I get the chance.
Okay. And as for Meat Man, he is going to do a Sacred Flame. Please be gone. That's a Dex 14. Is he dexterous? I hope he is not.
He is incredibly undexterous, but he does have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. So he will have this advantage, but it's at a -1. So he rolled two 19s.
I hate this man.
Oh my god.
He's doing backflips and splits all over the place. It's incredible.
Death drops.
And there's no half damage on the cantrip, right?
Nah.
Correct.
Okay. That is going to make it the Flesh Golem's turn. Sorry, is that it for Melkiel?
Man.
He is going to move over here to give Gobloidus advantage if he decides to whoop this man. That's it, though.
Perfect. That is going to make it Meatman's turn. Meatman is still in a rage, so he is going to do the targeting thing again. One will be now I've forgotten my own guy's name. Octarl. The other guy will be Dick Dickley. Two will be Dick Dickley. 3 will be Henrietta, and then 4 will be Hex. And 5 will be Melkiel. He goes for Octarl. But both attacks miss. In this wild state, Octarl is easily able to read his moves and avoids it. Gobloidus, that is going to make it your turn.
Gobloidus is just so mad at this guy right in front of him. Why don't you get down? I'll poke him again with the rapier.
An 11, unfortunately, is not going to be enough. He's just able to, you go to stab him with your rapier, Gobloidus, and his fist turns into a parallel rapier and just blocks the blow.
Dangnabbit!
Anything else?
Yeah, he sniffs the soiled tissue just to, relax. And then he's gonna move away.
Perfect. Disengaging, I'm guessing.
Yes, as a bonus.
Amazing. Yeah, I feel like Wrinkle probably brings you that soil tissue because he knows you need the comfort in this time. That is going to make it Octarl's turn. He is just going to, seeing the Flesh Golem is almost dead, he's going to just go buck wild on it and try to bring it to the ground. And it is enough. The Flesh Golem is able to, or the Octarl is able to land enough blows, slitting the sinews and stitching of the Flesh Golem and reducing it to parts, and the magical light leaves its eyes as it falls to pieces on the ground. As Octarl does so, and the final piece rolls away, the head, Meatman's head spilling down the hall, Octarl points his weapon to the other two doppelgangers and he goes, you don't need to die like your master did. Yield now and you can be a part of my crew. And I think that the two doppelgangers, they'll kind of look at each other and kind of look around and slowly begin to put their hands up and surrender if you will let them.
Sure. I don't mind.
Yeah. I'm a nice fellow.
Hex is still on the ground coughing up blood.
Perfect. And with that, the two doppelgangers kind of shift out of their vampire aesthetic and back into human form. A piece of Meat Man kind of plops to the ground, kind of as a sound of finality as the combat comes to a close. And with that, we are going to go ahead and take our break. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you to all the support and all the cards being played. Do note that if I'm not acknowledging it on stream, I have it in another window, so I'm keeping track of all that stuff as well. But stick around. We're going to be back in 15 minutes with the rest of the show. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. We'll be right back. Hello, Guilders, and welcome back to Dungeon of the Mad Mage, Halaster's game. I'm your humble host, Timbo the Wizard. I'm super excited to be back with the crew. They've just finished hunting Harria and are disposing of the bodies. Let's just dive back into it. So, what did you do next, folks?
I'm gonna say, well, everybody, let's see. Mel is gonna heal everybody up a little bit.
Very much appreciative.
Yeah.
Yep, we love that.
So it looks like mostly Hex and Henrietta need it. Gobloidus is golden, baby. So when it says up to 6 creatures, can I just split that in 2, maybe, as a cute little loophole?
What spell are you casting?
A prayer of healing.
Can you post it? I'm not super familiar.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oops, I hit cast. Ignore that. That doesn't count. Hang on. I know which button it is. I'm not an old man. There we go.
Yeah, you can decide to limit it to a smaller number of creatures and the pool is split less. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And we can take the number from the last casting, so the 14, you can split that between, I guess it was between Henrietta and Hex, right?
So is it split, or it's because it says, equal to, so I have to disperse it. Everybody doesn't get their own 14.
I think we all do.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's my mistake. I think I was misreading it. Yeah, everybody gets 14. That is affected by the spell.
All right. Well then, gonna
I
go
like
ahead. Yeah, gonna give both of y'all 14.
Cool.
And would it? So was I able to kind of cut that in half and maybe heal him 3 times, or are we just gonna stick with the 14 for now, just so it doesn't become a thing?
Oh, gotcha. Just the 14 for now.
Gotcha. All right. So both of y'all are healed for 14 points.
Love it. Thank
And that's
you.
Mel's.
Pretty
Yeah,
good.
that's Mel's immediate concern. If the NPCs are looking bad, then they can have some healing as a treat.
Sure, yeah. Dick Dickley took a little bit of damage too, so he'll take the healing. Do you want to heal the former enemy doppelgangers too?
No.
Mel is going to look at them and be, are they looking bad? I know one of them was, the other not so much.
The one that refused Gobloidus' high five looks very damaged at this point. The other one looks pretty okay. Looks he's took a few scratches, but nothing, mostly superficial damage. The one that refused the high five Gobloidus is clinging to his life at this point.
Okay. Mel is going to put his hand on his hip and be like, you want to rethink that high five maybe? It's just humor.
Gobloidus comes up. He's ready for the high five.
The doppelganger gets this absolute look of disgust and loathing on his face as he gingerly, hesitantly high fives Gobloidus.
All right.
Yes!
14 points of healing for this man. You're welcome. And he'll just walk away.
I knew we'd be great friends.
Thank you. As he grumbles.
What about Octa? Or is he good?
Oh, he's fine. He's good. He's going over Harria's stuff at this point, looking through. He's also called the other 2 bandits that had ran back into the room, and he's started talking with them a little bit about the new management plan, literally over the bodies of their fallen comrades. It's a little macabre.
I kind of want. I mean, if anyone needs to be looting Harria, it should be Hex. He's gonna move over there and look what you got.
Sure. Let me see what does Harria actually have on her. 1 second.
Again, we could portray them again, right? And then they all work for us.
Like the way you think, Hex.
I just slowly become Octa.
It looks like she had a small coin purse on her, which Octarl has not is not focused on, which you can easily lift off. The other thing that other than her fairly standard weapons, seems to be the bangles that Melkiel has grabbed one of.
Okay. I will. Well, how much is in this coin purse?
We'll say it is 40 gold.
Woo! I'm rich.
Gobloidus is checking out the throne of bone.
Sure, yeah. The throne definitely is something. It looks very meticulously crafted, and it looks like the arms of the throne are almost like, it looks like the way the bones are laid down, it's almost like snake skeletons in the armrests.
Can I do a history on the throne to see if this is the one the elves mentioned?
Sure, I'm going to say you don't even need to make the check. You know that this definitely is not the throne that the elves that was mentioned in reference to the elves, because you're looking for an alabaster throne, and this is just bone.
This is a bone throne.
It's a bone throne.
Yeah, I'll just sit on it a little bit.
Okay. As you sit on the throne, the armrests, the serpents, magically animate and go to attack you.
Oh no.
Oh!
Oh my god. A 26 to hit
Definitely.
deals 4 points of piercing damage to you. And I need you to make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
Bad bone throne. Bad.
You make the save, so you're only going to take half. You take half of only 34 points of damage.
Holy moly.
So you take 16? 17 points of poison damage on top of the 3. So you take 20 total points of damage as the snakes bite and poison you, and then revert back to their inanimate state. As you do so, though, you feel the seat cushion underneath you move slightly as the poison starts into your veins.
Whoa! What's happening?
That bone throne bit you.
Hey, there's something. It's moving. And I'll try to, open the throne.
Yeah, opening the seat of the throne, it finds an empty compartment. It looks like whatever treasure was in there was stolen by adventurers long ago.
Oh, nuts! I'll try to see if there's a secret compartment. He just keeps trying. There's got to be something in here.
Sure, go ahead and make me an investigation check. 14. Yeah, you run your thieves' tools and every trick that you can think of over every edge of the interior of this space, but it just seems like an empty hole that seems. You think that somebody else probably sat in the chair once upon a time and discovered the same thing and lived through the snakes biting them and probably found the object therein.
Aktara, what are you? Do you have a reward prepared for us now that we have essentially put you in charge after your Silver War and Mutiny?
Sure, yes. I I have a gold piece fund ready for you all as well. That was the kind of the treasure that I had mentioned. And I see that your friend has already helped themselves to Harria's bangle. She never told me where she got that or what it did, but it seems like it's got some kind of necromancy, and that's yours as well if you want it.
I'll look over at Melkiel and give a thumbs up. Like, is that good?
I would rather them not have it. All right. So he's just gonna go over to the dragon and also take the bangle off that he'll attune to it later to try and see what it does.
Okay, gotcha. Go ahead and put down Puppeteer's Bangles.
Gotcha.
Uktara will pass, since he was dealing with Hex mostly with this, he'll pass him a small gold sack, which Hex, upon opening it, at an eyeball's glance, appears to be about 500 gold pieces.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
We're rich.
Yay!
And as y'all are surveying the room, you find that there is a door to the south opposing the door that you came in through. And then when you look at it, Uktara goes, "Oh, that's just Harria's room," which I guess is now my room. And then you also look to the north, and there's a door there as well. And Uktara will mention, there's two doors to the north. To the far north, Uktara will mention, "Oh yeah, we had a little bit of a spider problem up there, but we've kind of taken care of it more or less. They shouldn't cause you any issues." And then to the top left, that door was the boys' like poker room, hangout space, where they practice their lines and stuff. Should be free to pass through there as well.
Have you ever gone deeper?
Well, to the north, we haven't really had the manpower to explore too far. We lost a good man or two to the spiders, so we've kind of been a little gun shy from that section of the dungeon. And every time we've tried to go south, we were accosted by Xanathar goons. So we've kind of been hauled up here. We know that in that northern section, it goes a long way to the east. And we don't know what's over that direction. We cleared up like the northwestern side, but we didn't send anybody scouting down that way too far. You're free to check that out and claim whatever loot you find. I'm a man of my word.
Have there been any rumors or hearsay about the stairs leading down?
Ooh, I don't know about that. I don't think the stairs down to the next level are to the north, because most of the stuff we've been fighting up there has been like incursions from like the Underdark, right? Like just a random cracks, we haven't seen any Xanathar boys coming from the north side.
So you think Xanathar is down a few levels?
Yeah, there's a rumor around that the Xanathar's base is somewhere, maybe not necessarily in Undermountain, but Undermountain adjacent, like it's a whole tunnel system and it's all connected, right? Not necessarily in Undermountain, but they're probably using some kind of tunnel or something. Just like how if you wanted to get to Skullport, for example, you could go through Undermountain if you wanted, or you could try to find or be guided through the perilous sea caves route that exists around the Bay of Waterdeep, right? If you know the way to get in, you could theoretically skip straight to Skullport, right?
Sorry, Skullport?
Yeah, Skullport. Skullport. It's like a bandit town, like not the heart of Undermountain, but it's like a few floors down.
Certainly, yes. Well, I mean, the north could have some interesting treasure if it's been guarded by this sort of infestation of spiders. Is that an interest to anyone?
Yes, that's a good point.
Yeah, I would like to go that way as well. I don't think we're quite ready for another fight so anytime soon, since Then you run into a lot of the Xanathar Guild towards the south.
Well, I'm supposing that the spiders we would meet up north are not the kind that, smaller than an orange. So we might
Right.
not be assured of no fights to the north as well.
I thought they cleared out most
Ew.
of the spiders.
Yeah,
I feel we can handle those better than another group.
Octaro, you've been a lovely ally, but I don't know if I trust your cleaning crew as far as the flesh golem here could have thrown you.
That's fair.
Spider.
That's fair, but wouldn't it have made more sense to not warn you if there was a trap?
Oh, certainly. I'm not saying of malicious means that we will be jumped by spiders. I just mean, they're the kind of animal that you leave even one of them behind and you have 30 more within the next week.
Gotcha. So it's a question of competency. I got it. I got what you're saying. No, I understand.
And I mean it as no insult. I mean, we have problems with spiders and such with our ends occasionally.
Oh, sure. And I can't, it's previous management, right? I can't comment on.
Yeah, absolutely. We can say everything is all on Harria. Classic. So, yeah, I'm interested in the north.
All right, well then let's head on over. Also, everyone gets 125 gold.
Woo!
Cheers.
Okay, excellent. Henrietta, you make your way to the north. Do you open the door?
Gobloidus, my friend, could you check for traps before we step through?
Sure thing, sure thing.
Gobloidus, go ahead and make me an investigation roll. A 12? Yeah, the door looks, it looks pretty standard. You're not noticing any of the telltale signs of traps. There's no weird pressure on the door or anything. Octaral sees you looking at the door, Gobloidus, and he goes, I don't think the door's trapped. It should be fine unless somebody trapped it from the opposite time in the past, literally 24 hours. But it should be good. I appreciate your due diligence, though.
What an interesting thing for you to say.
Is it
Can
really,
I open the...
Is it really that interesting? Huh, I never thought about it.
Can I open the door without any of us in front of it?
Sure, yeah, you like from the side?
Yeah.
Absolutely. As you go to open the door, it swings open uneventfully.
Ah, Tembo!
And on the opposite side of the door, you find yourself in a long hallway going from west to east, or east to west, depending on your perspective. Is it revealing?
No. There we go. Ooh.
It's a long corridor.
And lots of big dead bodies.
Yes. So one of the most striking things that sticks out to you immediately as you come through the door is that there are statues lining the entire length of this corridor, and all the statues are facing each other.
That's a lot of statues.
Are these just nondescript warriors, or are they a memorial of sort?
It's difficult to tell at a cursory glance. Most of the noticeable factors on the statues have been chipped away, either by with malicious intent or via just the time. Right. They're pretty, other than just being general heroic shapes and figures, they're pretty unrecognizable.
Got it.
So the corridor goes east to west, like easily 120 feet, potentially more, before it terminates in twin double doors, which are stone. And then like along the way, there are multiple doors and offshoots heading both to the north and the south. To the east, There is also more directions to go. You see it expands out into a smaller area with a couple of pillars dotting the middle of the hallway, and it also heads off to the north. Let me go ahead and reveal all this. There's a lot to reveal in this one door.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, and to that northwestern direction, you see there are multiple pillars which are also nicked and damaged as well. What do you do?
Lloyd is full of curiosity, starts running down the corridor.
Oh, Jesus.
To the east. Okay, gonna follow.
Double doors, double doors. That means double the treasure.
I mean, he hasn't been wrong before. I will follow as well.
Is Melkiel following in hot pursuit as well?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Other than the statues, one of the things that you note is there is definitely spider webs along the ceiling, though at this point it looks like they're pretty defunct. Yes, Werewolf?
Timbo, would you be able to adjust the view on the stream?
Yes, thank you.
No worries.
So this is the offset of the corridor, and everybody go ahead and pull back to like a right about here, because as you get to that spot, you do notice that the corridor extends down to the south.
Around here.
Right here, right?
Right about here.
Here.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Yeah, all the way back here.
Bizarre.
And it seemingly just goes down into a hallway, which terminates into a doorway.
Well, I'd like to go check out the door.
yeah, there's a lot to look at.
Following.
Can I go do a quick investigation before I open it?
Sure, go ahead and make me that investigation.
Well, it's a 13.
The door doesn't appear to be trapped, but that being said, the door does appear to be different than the other doors you've ran into up to this point. It's a little bit difficult to place at first, but then you recognize that this door is almost like a house door. Like this is like almost like a front door to what you would expect to be like a domicile or a business, something like that.
I knock.
Sure, yeah, you knock on the door with a loud rap. There is no response.
Anybody home?
There's again no response as you call out, Gobloidus.
Is the door locked?
Do you try the handle?
Yes.
It is unlocked as you twist the handle. Do you open the door?
All right. We are reaching a point of no return. How are we feeling, everyone, about this door that looks different from all the other doors?
Great door. Open it.
All right.
Yeah,
I would
it
say,
sounds like a
yeah.
good door.
What's going on?
Certainly. Open the door.
So as Henrietta is opening the door, is everybody gathered around this space?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Squealing on its hinges, the door opens upon a reversed room. A fireplace hangs from the ceiling, casting shadows across the den. Upside-down bookshelves teem with ancient tomes. Some float in the cold air, opened on their spines. A high-backed chair is firmly set on the ceiling, its arms nicked and scarred. Hex, as you walk into this room, as you see this door open in front of you, you recognize this room. It is the space that you had the interview at the very beginning of
Oh, it's my interview room.
except it's upside down for some reason.
But it's upside down.
Wow. How'd you sit in that chair without falling?
I do not know.
You mean from your dream last night?
Yes, I was sitting in that chair, but it was not upside down, talking to the interviewer. His mind was filled with madness.
Mel is going to look around the place, especially at that bookshelf. Is there anything up there of note or anything in here of note?
Sure. As you're looking around, like you take a couple of books off the shelves and you start to open the pages. They are all written backwards. Like all the text is written inverted in the pages, making it basically illegible. It's impossible to read. And you take multiple books off the shelves, you find they're all like this. And as you're kind of looking around the room, Melkiel, you recognize that like some of these books, like I said, are floating in the air, but almost kind of coyly hidden away, kind of floating nearer to the ceiling, almost discreetly, you recognize a bronze mask in a smiling visage.
Okay. He's gonna make everybody else aware of it. We do have the, what do you call it? The side quest to get all the masks.
I'm wearing one right now. I almost forgot.
Don't.
How
Do
far?
not.
are you
Oh,
away from
Gobloidus
us?
on the face again.
I'll take it off now that we're not acting anymore.
Mel is going to gingerly try to take this mask off the wall.
It's not even on the wall. It's like it's kind of just floating there, and you feel like
Oh.
a moment of resistance as you pluck it from thin air. And as you do so, it's like kind of happens, and the illusion of this place shatters like breaking glass as it just falls to pieces, everything falling apart, becoming a plain, barren room, only lit by the glowing of Henrietta's sickle. But the mask is real, the mask is tangible, and it feels cool in your hands. And you flip it over and look at the inside, and it says 4 out of 4, collect them all.
Okay, so this is number 4, and we also, what was the other one?
About the hidden between the pillars.
There was mine is number 1, just like my letter. Who was number 4?
This one is 4.
But what is the inscription on your mask, Gobloidus, about between the pillars? How like someone sits? Isn't that on the mask? Or was that the graffiti on the wall?
That was the graffiti on the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Never mind. I mean, we are in a room between pillars. Let's make me think of that graffiti.
That is true. But I can't tie anything. Well, no, bearing all else in tepid earth. It could be the first mask, even though it was behind shields, not the earth. Well, I guess we'll have to keep our eyes out for 2 more of these.
Do you think they're on this floor? Find 2 of them already, and I think assume that the other 2 are not on this floor doesn't quite sit right on with me, you know?
True.
I will say to Gobloidus' question of who was the 4th letter, Melkiel, you remember you were number 4 as well.
Well, that's
Yeah.
yours.
Yeah, I suppose so. Are they all smiling or they have different expressions?
They're identical.
Okay, gotcha. Just checking.
Twinsies.
I think we should not wear these still. There's clearly a bigger game being played here.
Amazing. And with that, I actually think that that is a perfect note to end on, with y'all discovering this auspicious mask and or suspicious mask rather, and thinking of things to come. Amazing. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Thank you to all the lurkers, chatters, everybody who donated, everybody who tipped the cast. I thank you so much for funding the magic. I super duper appreciate it. We're going to go around one last time so you can know where to catch my lovely, lovely cast when they're not playing Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Let's go in reverse order. Werewolf, why don't you go first?
Hello, hello, hello. My name is Wherewolfbf. You can find me basically everywhere: Twitter, TikTok, all the places as Wherewolfbf. That is where with like the question wolf and then the letters BF. And my biggest thing right now is probably the next month. I'm just going to be tweeting a lot about the newest Dimension 20 season. So if that's something you're into, come hang out on my Twitter.
Amazing. Yes, highly recommend as well. Excellent. Next, Mishroom, why don't you go next?
Alrighty, my name is MishroomSoup. When I do stream, haven't gotten back to it, but we'll see. I am a variety streamer. I like to do a lot of roguelites. Those are my bread and butter. They're very fun. I enjoy indie games. You can find me mostly everywhere, MishroomSoup. Mushroom Spores on Twitter. If you want to go to my Twitter page, that's between you and your god. But check me out whenever I start streaming again. It's a very fun time, and I miss it. So I'll probably get back at it soon.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. Make sure you drop Mish a follow. Next, TheSeshCast.
Yes, hello again. I'm the SeshCast. I am on Twitter at the Sesh14. The SeshCast on everything else, podcast, YouTube, wherever you have media you want to consume. And yeah, I'll probably be posting some things on YouTube pretty soon.
Yeah, highly recommend. Make sure you drop them a follow. I think I've actually been on a couple of your podcast episodes too.
Yes, if you want to go listen to Timbo talk about a lot of different things, go look up the SeshCast on wherever you find your podcast.
It's a good time. Excellent. And last but certainly not least, Goldmoon.
Hi, I'm Goldmoon, and you can find me here every 2 weeks on the Mad Mage.
Beautiful. Couldn't have put it better myself. Excellent. Thank you again so much, everybody, for being here. Our next game is going to be December 18th at 7 p.m. EST. I hope to see you there. Until next time, I hope you have a magical rest of your upcoming week. And stay magical, everybody. We'll talk to you all soon. Catch you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.